My name is Khadi Oladi, and I am a perfectionator. What's up? What it is, what it do, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you are a subscriber, hello, guys. Welcome again. If you are a new person, go ahead and click that subscribe button for me. Go ahead and also click that notification bell so you can know when I post. I'm trying to get a schedule out. I think every Wednesday seems to be good for me, so you will know when I post every Wednesday or every other Wednesday. In the beginning of this video, I identified myself as a perfectionator. What is a perfectionator, you may ask? But before we get into that, I just wanted to step in and say, do not feel bad for procrastinating. If you procrastinate on things, that does not make you a procrastinator. You just practice procrastination. And it's only because it is a symptom of your anxiety. As someone who deals with anxiety and who deals with procrastination quite often, it's very stressful to try to do things and want to do things but feel as though that you're not able to do it, or you have a big idea and you don't execute it, or you wait to the last minute. I believe myself to be a perfectionator, and I feel as though that is the type of procrastination that I fall under. There are 5 different types of procrastinations that each person falls under, and I'm going to go through all 5 of them so you can see which membership that you think that you belong to. First, we have the last minute Lashondas, aka the lucky Lashondas. Last minute Lashonda really works well under pressure. You like deadlines, you like the rush of doing everything last minute. With the last minute Lashondas, it's really odd, but though that you work to the last minute, you're usually good at what you do. For example, if you have a test that you knew that you had to study for the past quarter, and you waited to the day of to study the book before, but you end up getting a B, you may be a last minute LaShawn, but you just like the adrenaline and the rush of waiting until the last minute to do things. Oddly enough, you're able to repeat that behavior because you get lucky in those situations and it always turns out well for you. However, if you're a last minute Lashonda, there's no shade to you, sis. Next, we have the Dreamers, aka Dreaming Deidre. Dreaming Deidre enjoys the ideas. Ideas are constantly popping up in your head. You have the next idea for the next candle smell. You have the next idea for the next streaming service. You have the next idea for the next beauty cosmetics. However, where is the result? Everything's up here. It never really executes down here. You have beautiful ideas, and usually as a dreamy Deidre, you're very creative. You're creative in writing, you're creative in music, you're creative in singing. Actually, anything that you touch, you're pretty much creative in. But as a dreamy Deidre, you kind of stay up here, and you really don't go down there because you're afraid to make a mistake if the idea doesn't go well. Truth be told, you tend to get a little bit overwhelmed with the ideas going back and forth. I visited Dreaming Deidre's lounge, and it's kind of nice over there. It's cute, but sometimes I get too tired of staying in my head, and I'm just like, I have to see results, aka down to my YouTube channel. I was definitely in the Dreaming Deidre lounge with the Khadi Oladi YouTube channel. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to y'all. Woo. Next, we have the Avoider, aka Avoiding Ashley. If you are an Avoiding Ashley, you're more worried about the task than doing. You're more worried about what's on your to-do list. 9 a.m., have breakfast. 9:30, get on your computer. 10 o'clock, check your emails. 11 o'clock, look at your planner. 12 o'clock, look at... Too much. The task that you're more worried about, it kind of blocks you from doing your task because you're so focused on doing the task, and then eventually you're just like, well, I don't feel like making a mistake, or I don't want to make a mistake, so I'm just gonna forget it altogether. If you have ever been in a situation where things are piling up and you just thought that it would be better to just leave them alone than to actually attack at least one or two of them, you may be in avoiding Ashley. It's okay. We all kind of suffer the avoiding Ashley syndrome a little bit. It's no fun to put off things. However, it does feel good in the moment. I'm not going to sit here and shade the avoiding Ashleys because, nobody wants to be a last minute Lashonda. No shade, no shade, no shade, no shade, no shade. Next, we have the Busy Bee, aka Busy Breland. If you're a busy Breland, you have issues with prioritizing your tasks. Everything has an equal value to you at this point. Nothing is in a set order for you. All of them are important to you, and all of them have to have your undivided attention. No, no, don't. You don't have to burn yourself, busy Breland, to make sure that all your tasks are attended to. Take a break, relax, rest. Your mind is keep going because you feel as though that if you're not doing anything, then you're not accomplishing anything and that you're incompetent. Oh my God, why would you think that? Being busy doesn't mean that you're smart. Being busy doesn't mean that you have a lot going on. That means that you may be burning yourself. However, don't not have nothing to do last minute, Lashonda. I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep shading. I feel like me and Last Minute Lashonda had some beef back in the day, and that's still my girl though. Cause I ride and die for her for whatever. That's still my girl. But anyway, moving on. Just like Dreaming Deidre, you tend to get overwhelmed because you have too many tasks going on at one time. Prioritize your tasks. What needs to be done immediately and what needs to be done later on in the year or the month. That is how you will be able to break it all down. Lastly, we have the Perfectionator, aka Perfect Petunia. You may be a part of the Perfectionator house if you pay way too much attention to detail. Well, that's where me and avoidant Ashley kind of kicked off and had a little, shoulder to shoulder. Because I don't really like details, but when I do get into something that I have to execute, every single thing has to be the way that I saw it. If it's not that way, I completely close it down and I start it over. It leads into us having to redoing our task over and over again and then never being satisfied, which leads to us never feeling accomplished. And then it also leads to us feeling as though that we're never doing anything. Have you ever felt in a moment that you needed to do a lot and you felt like you weren't doing anything, but you were doing so much to the point that you were literally tired? Yeah, you may be a perfectionator. Sorry. It's kind of fun over here. We have cookies and milk, but if the milk is not the right temperature, we have to throw it all away and restart over. Also, as a perfectionator, it's kind of really hard for us to finish tasks. We start so many things and we start it all off good, but then if it's not going perfect, even when the mistake happens, if it's not going perfect, and even in the process, we tend to just forget about it and then move on to the next thing and start something else from the ground up that started with a perfect foundation. Here's a secret, but procrastination is a symptom of anxiety. If you are someone who suffers from anxiety, one, kudos to you. It's really hard. I understand. You feel as though that you're not doing enough, or you feel as though that you're being judged, or that you get overwhelmed. It's not easy, and I understand that. I deal with anxiety as well. And me procrastinating sometimes is a symptom of that. I will get into my last minute Lashonda modes where I had graduate papers and I literally waited until 24 hours to write a 10-page paper. I was a dreaming Deidre when I was thinking about my Khadi Oladi brand. I was an avoiding Ashley when it came to certain tasks with my self-care sometimes. It led me to a very dark place where I experienced depression and the year 2017. I also put myself to be a busy Breland when I continuously went to internship, my part-time job, my full-time job, and still kept my side thing going, and I was literally what felt like autopilot. But as I stand here or sit, I am a perfectionator working out of that phase. I am not staying in my perfectionism because I understand that perfectionism does not equal balance. And with the message of this channel and the message that I'm bringing with my brand is transforming my lifestyle, I realize having an unbalanced mindset of wanting to be perfect in the name of perfectionism plus procrastination does not give me what I need and what I want. So, how am I overcoming it? How am I overcoming it? Well, I believe every member of the Procrastination Nation, which includes the last minute Lashondas, the dreaming Deidres, the busy Brelands, the avoiding Ashleys, and the perfect Petunias, I believe that all of us can use this advice. Organizing your space and your thoughts. That's the first thing that I did, and I'm still continuously doing. Now, I do have some days where it's not as organized, but I catch myself and then I organize my space. Organizing my thoughts by writing, using a plan, writing on my computer, doing my YouTube channel, organizing my thoughts and not keeping it all to myself, not being hard on myself. Do not be hard on yourself. You are yourself's worst critic, and you're always going to be yourself's worst critic. Why make it harder for yourself? Don't be too hard on yourself, and don't take yourself too seriously. Yes, take yourself seriously enough to take care of yourself, but don't take yourself so seriously that you don't allow yourself to make any mistakes, that you don't allow yourself to make any wrongdoings and feel as though that when you do make a wrongdoing that you're a failure. Never, ever, ever be too hard on yourself. I had to learn that the hard way. It's not fun. Celebrating my losses. I don't know about you. I'm happy now when I mess up. It sounds crazy because I celebrate my losses because usually, majority to all the time, when I lose something, I gain something so much better. I gain something that I need. Not that I want. I gain something that I need. Celebrate your losses. It sounds so crazy, but that is what led me to stop procrastinating so much. I celebrated my losses because I observed where that root of loss came from, and then I worked through it, which led me to continuously to organize my thoughts and always not be too hard on myself. Lastly, I changed my lack mindset to a skilled, not acquired yet mindset. Because you don't have it, that doesn't mean that you don't have it. That just means that you have not acquired that skill yet. If you want to be a singer, but you don't know the first thing about songwriting, what are you going to say? I'm not a songwriter? No. You don't say, I am not a songwriter. You will say, I have not acquired the skill to write a song yet. Now, if you put the practice into it, and you really want to write the song, you're going to do it. If that is not something that you want to do when it comes to your dreams, to the tasks that you want to achieve, then don't worry about it. But if it's something that's a part of the task or a part of the idea and it's something that you need to have, you don't lack it. You don't lack it. You just haven't acquired that skill yet. And if you don't acquire that skill over time, you will connect yourself to someone who has that skill. Hello? Was that making sense? Was y'all listening? Okay, it sounded like I was listening. So, which membership do you belong to? I myself am a perfect Petunia, aka the Perfectionator. Comment below what membership did you belong to. If you are a last minute Lashonda, go ahead and comment Lucky Lashonda. If you're a dreamer, go ahead and comment Dreaming Deidre. If you are an avoider, comment Avoiding Ashley. If you're a busy bee, comment busy Breland. And if you are the perfectionator like myself, go ahead and comment a perfect petunia. P.S. You do not only have to have one style, you can have a mixture of two. I myself am a perfect petunia, but I am a dreaming Deidre on my daddy's side, okay? So, if you are more than one, go ahead and comment more than one and tell me what are some of the things that you do or some of the issues that you run into being a busy Breland or a dreaming Deidre or a last minute Lashonda. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead and do that down there. I will see y'all for the next video. Bye bye.